everyone, this is FantasyEsque and welcome back to the Sims 4 Vampire Amazon Royal Saga with the Salazar Coven. We are opening up to a very chaotic scene over here in the birth chamber because Lady Lagertha is in labor, ready to give birth, so obviously everyone is gathered together to see this through. And we do actually have a party going on right now, which I kind of set as a marker for like when she would have her baby. So I'm pretty sure as soon as she conceived, we kind of counted the days ahead, and then we set a party for the time we assumed she would give birth or go into labor, in hopes of having like the coven together and also the father of the child, Jamie, over here, who has managed to attend. And funny thing, guys, because I was waiting for this to come about as I was setting up the episode, literally, she went into labor as soon as we got the notification for starting the party. It was like an option, like, do you want to start the party and cancel all the events? And then, like, as soon as that pop-up came, Lagatha went into labor. And I was like, hey, this is actually a really fun idea, and I'm going to try and do this from now on, because we can check ahead to see, oh, okay, the sim is going to have the baby at this time, right? And so we'll have all the important characters together to witness the birth at this time. And it also lets me know maybe in which episode we might be having the baby as well. And also, it's kind of helpful when I'm making the mini-movies at the beginning, because I try and keep the births to gameplay so you guys can be here and witness the excitement with me. But, you know, when you don't know when she's going to give birth, then sometimes she might give birth in the mini-movie, which I'm hoping to avoid. But, yeah, I forgot that we had a party set up, but then the pop-up came and I was like, wait a second, that was a good idea. But anyways, before we dive into this, let's take a look at what we saw in the mini-movie. Basically, Lagertha was down here in the birth chamber by herself, warming next to the fire, and then she was joined by her sister Meredith, who was just expressing like how excited she is about her sister's baby that is going to be joining the family. And she asked Lagertha whether she had any names prepared, and Lagertha said yes, she did. And also that a part of her really wants to have a daughter with her at the creature cradle, because, you know, she's the brood mother, so if she has this baby, and it's a baby girl, she can take her back to the creature cradle, and Lagertha, you know, will raise her daughter, just like her own mother, who was brood mother, raised Lagertha and Meredith when they were very young. So they had a really close connection to their mother up until they were children, and she kind of wants to continue that with her own child. But also, a part of it does hope that Jamie has, like, a son with him. And I don't remember where exactly Jamie is stationed. But I think, don't quote me on this, I think he's stationed at the prison fort. I don't know, I don't remember exactly. But I think he's in Newcrest, maybe? Maybe. Anyways, Lagertha definitely wants him to have kind of a son as well, because she respects the lineage that Jamie comes from, and I feel like she's very impressed with like how many generations he's actually lived through. He's lived through not only like his lineage, but the amount of generations he's lived through and the battles he's fought, the wars, the problems that he's been kind of tangled in and gotten out of. Like, he was literally, I think he was there when Wisteria, like a few generations back, when Wisteria wiped out the ambassador. So he's kind of been witness to a lot of the legendary events that have happened in their history. And as someone who, you know, is sister to the current scholar, I think she has enough respect for that to kind of want him to have his own son that, you know, he can pass all of this on to. But okay, oh yeah, so there was another part as well, wasn't there? Okay, I was so excited about the birth, I completely forgot what happened in the mini-movie. But yeah, after that, we saw a romantic segment between Xiomara and Eden in Eden's private chamber, in the Queen's chamber. And they were getting cozy with each other. And then the Queen asked Xiomara where were you last night? I was just wondering. And then Xiomara said, oh, nowhere special. Oh, nowhere important. I was at Meredith Museum for some fresh air. And then the Queen mentioned, oh, I heard Catherine was there as well. A coincidence? And Xiomara, she was very sneaky with the way she replied. She said, oh yeah, we did cross paths, and she chatted a bit about Castle Sheba, which she's not lying about. She's just being sneaky about how she's wording it. But then she went into lies, because she afterwards said, but I find chatting with you a lot more interesting. And then they had a kiss. So I don't know what it was about that, but I find Eden and Xiomara's relationship very, like, icky. Like, even watching them be intimate with each other is kind of gross to me. And it's because of why they got into the relationship. Like, I was fine in the beginning. I was fine with Xiomara and Catherine. I thought they were very cute together. And even, like, the Queen and Lagertha, I was like, oh, that'd be cute. But this whole Xiomara and Eden thing, I am kind of put off by it. And that's because they're not in the relationship for the right reason. And, like, Xiomara's heart is still tangled with Catherine's, right? And these three, like, our love pentagon kind of got out of control. But after that little talk that Catherine and Xiomara had in the previous episode, they just did not clarify or work things out. If anything, they made themselves, and I feel like us, even more confused, because they realized that they don't want to let go of each other, but at the same time, they're upset at each other, and their relationship has kind of been destroyed, so they can't exactly get back together. And then Xiomara's, like, put herself in this ditch with the Queen, and now she can't get out. And I feel like every time Xiomara is intimate with the Queen, it just looks exhausting. Like, I feel like being passionate with the Queen would just make Xiomara really exhausted in the long term, because it's not a person that she genuinely cares about. So yeah, I think that's why I'm becoming not too fond of that pairing. Just because they're kind of pulling wool over each other's eyes. Like, the Queen, I think, is enjoying the attention that Xiomara is giving her, because it makes her feel beautiful and validated. Not that she's immensely insecure, but as someone who's a bit childish, you know, she gets really happy with frivolous things like this. So that's what's going on with them. And then, off camera, like before Lagatha went into labor, Catherine wrote a note to the Queen, sent a note to the Queen, congratulating the Queen for getting into a relationship with Xiomara. And we know that she is not genuinely happy for them. So she's, like, BSing the Queen. Xiomara is BSing the Queen right now. And so both of them are, like, lying to the Queen and essentially making the Queen out to be a fool right now, because they're secretly, like, meeting up with each other and unwilling to let go. So this is, like, a whole mess over here. I'm sure Guinevere is just delighted by what's happening. But let's put all of that down for now and settle in to my favorite sim of this generation, Lagertha, having her baby. So let's have a look. What is it going to be? What is it going to be? Even Myron, her uncle, is over here. Yep, Myron's making it in. But I kind of love this setup, and I actually would like it if, from here on, like, we try and remember to set these parties so that when our sim goes into labor, then all the important members, even if they aren't in the household, they are present. But not only that, it'd be nice if we could invite, like, the father of the child to witness the birth, and then we could also invite, like, maybe someone else that is close to the sim, like one of their family members. So, like, Myron, he is Lagertha's uncle, and he's, like, one of the people who raised her. So that's kind of why he's been invited here as well. Even though they have kind of grown apart, because after Lagertha and Meredith moved into the castle, like as children, obviously they didn't have much to do with their uncle anymore, but they still kind of have fond memories of him, so I thought it'd be nice for him to be present. But okay, let's not waste any more time and get her to have this baby. It would be so... See, this is an instance where it would be lovely for her to have twins, but not like female twins or identical twins. It would be great if she could have a boy and a girl. So then Jamie could get a son and she could have a daughter. Like, that would be so nice. But let's go ahead and see, guys. What is it going to be? And I love how the butler's here as well. The butler's like, yeah, I want to be here. If you need me to clean anything up, you know. If you need me to do anything. And Elaine's there trying to calm everyone down by reading some passages to them. Maybe from the history books. Maybe reading some poetry. And it is it's a boy. Okay, that's fine. The only reason I'm sad it's a boy is because I wanted Lagatha to have a girl, because I flippin' love Lagatha, and I want to pass on her beautiful genes. But, you know, Jamie has a son. We have more males for the army, which is kind of important. So, there we go. Jamie, you have your son. I'm going to randomize his name. Ari, or Ari. Ari's a cool name. This is going to be Lord Ari Dravage. And remember, the Queen is encouraging, Eden is encouraging from here on. And this is like one of Eden's things. There's not going to be his things, but Eden is encouraging everyone to give their children titles now. So her sons will be called princes. Her daughters will have the title of princess. And the noble boys, she wants them to have the title of lord from birth. And the girls, not the title of lady, that's something they get when they join the court, but she wants them to have the title of miss in front of their names. So they, you know, are a young miss. So, okay, Lord Ari Dravage, welcome, welcome to the family, little one. Aw, it's another baby boy. Well, I mean, we do need more sons to balance out the army and the numbers. So that's really good. Okay, oh look! And first thing Jamie does autonomously is go to have a look at his son. Oh, that is so sweet. Lagatha had the baby and then she went and sat down to have some rest. And then Jamie like instantaneously got up to come and take a look at the baby. Oh, okay, can we feed? Let's feed the baby. And that's another thing. Lagertha, you know, she was happy to have a son or a daughter. Like, she's not too obsessed with having a baby girl per se. I think everyone in this generation, like, they're not too obsessed, at least not right now, with having a baby girl, because they know the importance of building up the army. Because that is kind of helping with the security of the queendom. So everyone is very much focused on that. Now, Xiomara would be a different case. Xiomara would want a baby girl because the spellcasters, I mean, yeah, the males, I suppose they join the army, but they don't have as prominent a role as the vampire males do, like the pure vampiric males do. But okay, all this is so sweet. And look, Catherine is miserable. Why? Because this is the first time she's actually been to the castle after Eden and Xiomara started courting each other officially, and I feel like she's trying to pretend like she's happy with everyone else and, you know, the birth of Lord Ari, but I do believe that she's actually quite miserable to be here, and she's kind of scared that she's gonna catch the Queen and Xiomara being intimate, and she really doesn't like that. Ay. Okay. It is time for us to get Meredith and Ari moved out, so Ari is going to join his father Jamie, and once I move him out, I guess I can confirm with you guys where Jamie actually is stationed. So I'll move the baby out. Lagatha is going to be heading back to the creature cradle, And then I think for the remainder of this episode, we'll just get, we'll get the other members back here. So which other members do we need? Guinevere and Catherine. Yeah, we'll get Guinevere and Catherine back. And then we will check out what's happening with everyone and the dynamics of the coven after everything that has happened, like in the last couple of episodes. Okay, so Lagertha has been moved out along with her son, Lord Ari, who is joining Jamie at the prison fort. This baby is going to grow up in the prison fort, but that's fine. I'm sure Jamie is going to take great care of him. So, yes, I was right. I did remember correctly. But while I was moving him out, I realized that we had a couple of age ups, and I really want to see those Sims. So, Lady Xiomara has invited the Magical Research Society together because Azura and her twin brother Rick have aged up into teens. So I am quite excited to see them. Now, let's take a look at Azura. I wonder where her brother is. Hopefully it should be coming pretty soon. But this is Azura, the daughter of Sofia Valenka and Othel Tilke. Now that she's a teen, her hair has completely turned purple, like her father's hair. When she was younger, then she had like this weird hybrid thing going on where she had her mother's black base and then she had like chunks of purple hair, but now that she's older, her hair is completely transformed purple. So there we go. This is her. She does look quite adorable, doesn't she? Quite adorable. But I will say, guys, all of her parents' good looks, they all went to her twin brother. I mean, she's adorable, don't get me wrong, but her brother is fine. Like, he is fine as can be. But that is not the most exciting thing we have going on. I mean, look, this is Rick. Like, Azura, I swear, profiles are great. I need to start using them more. But Azura, right over here. And then her twin brother, Rick. Just look at her twin brother, guys. Just look at him. He has definitely inherited all the beautiful family genes. But the one I am most excited about, the age up I am most excited about, is Prince Rusty's age up. I gave him a makeover, and guys, he looks so flippin' cute. A little elf vampire baby. So cute. He has his father's golden hair and the mint eyes. So he has inherited Myron's genes. But guys. Prince Rusty? Hold on a second. This is our first little kid of this generation, even if it's not a girl. But look, Prince flippin' Rusty. Is he not the cutest thing you have ever seen? Just look at this kid. Oh my goodness. I just cannot. He's so cute. He's so adorable. This is why I am excited even for the little boys. Just look at this, guys. Just look at this kid. He's adorable. He's got beautiful mint eyes and the golden hair. Look at that smile. Oh my goodness. And the elf ears, I love it. He's just so adorable in that outfit. He's just so cute. So flippin' cute. But I'm glad that at least, you know, he's got the mint eyes and the golden hair. So in the future, maybe we'll get to pass on the mint eyes to someone else, because I think that is a very obscure gene. Like, I have a feeling that Myron was the only male. I think Myron was the only male vampire to have the mint eyes, but at least his son has it. However, we also have, I think her brother has mint eyes, like after the Ascension. Well, to be fair, I feel like he was assigned another eye color before. I can't, like, as a child after the Ascension, but I can't remember what it was. So I just randomized his eye color, and he got, as a teen, and he got the mint eyes. Oh, this is where he is. Hold on a second. Pause. Let's take a look at her twin. This is a twin right here. Look at that. Just look at that face. Isn't he such a pretty boy? This is Rick. This is Azora's twin. And like I said, he's got the mint eyes. Oh, that's great. But oh, he looks good looking, guys. And look at Serana. I see you there. I see you eyeing Rick. I see you. Keep your paws to yourself, honey. Keep your paws to yourself. I mean, they're not related, but still, keep your paws to yourself. But there we go. Those are the age ups that we have had, and this is just too cute. Queenie, do you want to come and you're gonna come check on Prince Rusty, see how he's going? Oh, who's angry? The Queen's angry? Why are you angry? Oh my goodness. I hope she's not pissed off at her son. I hope not. It's just so cute. How can you possibly be upset at the cutest baby that we have seen? Okay, come on. Let's take a look at Rusty. How is he going? How you going, Prince? Oh, look at him. It's adorable. Okay, Ethel Tilke, he's kind of joined the party. And, I mean, his kids, I feel like, I know we were trying to breed, like, the horns in at one point. Like, we really wanted these horns to enter the vampiric race. But I feel like after the Ascension, maybe the goddess would have just, like, wiped that gene out entirely, so that the Salazar Empire remains the Salazar Empire, and, you know, they stay distinct from the Visitants. So that the Visitant gene that gives you the horns, that was purged, and, like, it can't even transition. So even if the Visitants have offspring, their offspring lose that horned gene, I feel. Which is interesting. That's kind of the way things have worked out. Which I'm fine with, because it makes the Visitants unique. But I feel like the Salazars have, like, their own uniqueness. I'm completely fine with, you know, the people in the Empire looking the way they do. But have you... is the baby angry? Can you snuggle? Like, come on. Give your son a hug. Mainly because I want to give him a hug and snuggle him. Like, he's so adorable. He's so adorable. Give him some attention. And right about now, like, it would be so nice to have a baby girl. It would be so nice for us to have a baby girl. Like, after seeing Prince Rusty, I very much want a princess now. I mean, he's so cute, guys. I just can't get over how adorable he is. Just look at this. Imagine if this was a princess. Imagine if this was a princess instead of a prince. This would have been even more perfect. But he's so cute. Okay, also, I don't know if, I mean, we'll have to see how he looks as he gets older, but I'm hoping he got a lot of his father. Oh, jeez. She just shoved him over. Did you guys see that? She, like, shoved him off to the other side. She's like, slide, child. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable. That is adorable. Azura is watching. The others are kind of taking a look. Are they fighting? Rick, are you and Azura fighting with each other? I don't know. I think Rick and Azura might be fighting with each other. But yeah, this whole thing, actually, I didn't realize is quite a mess. I'm just realizing how much of a mess it is. Like, this, and maybe that's why the Queen's so frustrated, because we actually have in the castle for the first time our entire, actually one person in the Pentagon is missing because Lagertha moved out, but everyone else is here. Everyone else in the Pentagon is here. The Queen is present. Guinevere has come back, and she's the one who flippin' caused all this mess. We have Edgar and Catherine, and Xiomara is, like, somewhere around here. So, yeah, it's a bit messy. Okay, do I have autonomy turned on? Oh, it's off. Okay. No wonder. I was like, why are they acting all strange? Why are they stuck down here? When you should be upstairs, maybe. Now, as part of the Magical Research Society, Azura does need to start training. Azura? What am I saying? Zumara needs to start training Sarana and Azura. Mainly Sarana, because her, if anything, like her sister would take her place. Let's try and do like let's do a friendly duel. Maybe for ingredients? Or do we want to duel for knowledge? Actually, I feel like dueling for knowledge is probably good. Can add some spells to your arsenal. But then we also have the way we used to do things before, which is you must master one thing before you go to another. So maybe we'll duel for ingredients. We'll do that. And then maybe you can... Actually, she might get thirsty pretty soon. Okay, why don't you duel with your sister just a little bit? And then once you're done training her and dueling with her, we should probably get a drink. We should call over. We should send the Magic Research Society back. We should call over the blood givers, and then we should get ourselves a drink. So we'll go do that. Let's send... do you want to send the queen down? Who do we want to send down? I suppose we'll get the queen to repair the dollhouse. She does care a lot about that sort of thing. And the dynamic between these two, like the queen and her sister, the queen likes playing with the dolls, and Guinevere hates the dollhouse, so she just destroys it every time, and then the queen gets upset over it, and then she rebuilds it. It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. But something's floating around in my mind regarding the whole Eden listening to Guinevere, and a lot of the rules she came up with was Guinevere's idea. If you think about even like the whole banning of potions, right? You look at Eden's her vampiric powers. You look at her weaknesses, I suppose. She's actually a guilty drinker. That means she has a very hard time. I think it just feels a bit too messy and gross to her. Like, she has a very hard time actually forcing a drink from a blood giver, and like doing that ancient kind of primal thing that vampires have done. She finds that a bit unsettling. So why would someone who finds forcing blood from someone unsettling, why would someone like that ban potions when it would be easier to just drink a clean chemical potion and your thirst is sated? You don't have to go through the hunt, you don't have to go through the messiness of like forcing a drink from someone. Why would someone like that ban potions? Well, it makes sense. It's because it's not Eden's idea. It's Guinevere's idea that Guinevere is putting into place, because it suits her character more as well. Like, Guinevere is the one who I feel like appreciates the primal, the darker things more, and getting like connecting with your ancient self, your powerful self. Like, she's the one who is more into that way of living. So when she's instructing Eden or giving Eden ideas, as someone who Eden trusts, she took on those ideas. But it makes sense that they weren't Eden's, because it just goes against even her character. So that's one thing going on with her. But anyone else have any exciting whims? Oh, and for Catherine. For flippin' Catherine. Like, one of her whims is to flirt with Warlock Ethel Tilke. And it makes me wonder, does Catherine have like a thing for the physicians? The spellcasters? Because I don't think she's ever had... I mean, she's a romantic, but she's never really had any inclinations towards a pure vampire. It's been literally just the spellcaster types. So why don't we actually... Since he is here, let's go ahead and flirt with him. And she's come to the temple to calm herself down. Yeah. to kind of just ease her worries a little bit, let's go to Theltilki. Now, with the queen, the other interesting thing that I wanted to talk about is, if you look at her moodlets, she started getting this moodlet, the "but my me time" from Single and Loving It lifestyle. So Eden really wants to spend more time focusing on herself. Why did she think being in a relationship was a good idea in the first place? So the queen is starting to feel this kind of pressure and confinement of being in a relationship, I feel, specifically with Xiomara, because they don't actually like each other genuinely. They got into this relationship in a rush, and now it's like almost offensive to break it off. So they kind of have to keep this together. But she's starting to feel it. Like, it's not sweeping her up in the passion that she thought it would. Okay, Catherine over here. She's gonna go ahead and flirt with Thel. But thankfully, we don't have... Actually, Xiomara's like right there. Xiomara's right there. I wonder if she would get upset. I mean, they're not even together, so it shouldn't matter to her. But okay, that made Catherine just a little bit happier. Prince Rusty has left with Myron. That's fine. So okay, Xiomara doesn't seem to be cheesed off by that in the slightest, so that's good. And I wonder how they're gonna like be able to function around each other at this point. We'll have to see, like, what's gonna happen from here on. What's gonna happen from here on? Are they gonna continue to have problems with each other? Are they gonna secretly meet in like the hidden corridors of the castle to reconnect behind the queen's back? That would be dangerous, because if Guinevere... Thel, what are you doing? Get off the throne! We're gonna ignore that. But if Guinevere like caught sight of Catherine and Xiomara together, like, the whole idea was to break them apart. If they're struggling to break apart, Guinevere could very well turn the queen on them. And she could make it out to be, for example, like they're betraying the queen because they're cheating on her, they're sneaking around her back. And then, you know, she might mete out punishment for them. And that would be a way to distance them from the queen and strengthen her own position with the queen. So it's kind of scary. Kind of scary what they're doing. I hope they're able to keep a balance and draw the line where the line needs to be drawn. Otherwise, things could get very messy very quickly. But okay, I am going to let these guys kind of go about doing their own thing. Are you going outside, Xiomara? Actually, that is not safe. Let's not. Actually, I mean, if you could come here. Just get everyone to come here, and then we can do a duel. That way. Undercover. Let's do a duel undercover. Because that way, you guys will not burn in the sun and die. We do not want that. We do not want that. Also, you are getting thirsty. So maybe we'll do one duel, and then you can call over the blood givers, and you guys can start drinking. And hopefully everyone's in a better mood. Okay, let's duel. For ingredients. We'll duel for ingredients. And this can be a bit of training for Serana, but I suppose also training for Xiomara. I mean, she's really close to becoming a virtuoso. That would be great. Okay, are we dueling with her? Are we dueling with our youngest sister? Our younger twin, but not identical twin? Yep, there we go. See, nice! This has the perfect amount of space. Hopefully the other spellcasters, the other physicians can learn something from this. Because, you know, as well as being physicians, they do need to learn, I suppose, offensive and defensive spells. Even though the way we learn spells is a bit different with the females that are in the castle. But this is kind of the way things are going for now. This is the way things are going for now. You should be able to know how to channel magic when required. Like if they were thrust into a battle, like Sophia was, then they would have to, you know, do something to defend themselves. Although with Sophia, She kind of froze to death on the battlefield and she never even got to fight properly. But I'm curious, between these two... Oh? Interesting. So she won. She won. Nice. Nice. She won the magic duel. Do you get ingredients? What's this? Rejuvenation. Is that something you came up with? Okay, she's getting thirsty. I need to feed these guys. I'll be back in a bit. Ooh, guys. This love pentagon is very quickly becoming a love octagon. Okay, so Meredith over here has received a note from Ethel Tilke saying that he has a crush on her sister, Lady Lagertha. Like, is it worth a try? Should he go for it? And Meredith here, you know, she's a bit more sheltered and she's a bit more oblivious to this Pentagon drama going on. I feel like even Lagatha isn't aware that she's in a Pentagon drama. I mean, she was getting close to the Queen and there were, you know, a few maybe amorous glances each other's way, but I don't think Lagatha felt as though she was involved in anything serious. But it's not as though, you know, she's been doing anything with anyone else. She's kind of living her own life. But Ethel is very obviously interested in her, even though Catherine flirted with him, like, not that long ago. And because Meredith is unaware, I think she's gonna say, yeah, why not? Go for it. It's okay. You can go for it. You have my blessing if that's what you want. I mean, it's up to Lagertha whether or not she accepts you, but yeah, go for it. Feel free. So there we go. Meredith over here, turning our pentagon, what am I saying? I'm just combining words now. Pentagon into an octagon. And then Catherine, she's like chatting with Catherine as well, while Catherine's painting. Are you gonna like mention to Catherine what happened over here? Maybe not. I don't feel like Catherine particularly cares about Ethel. I think it's just her trying to have an outlet to get this like frustration out. I mean, she can't really do anything with Xiomara, so she's going for other spellcasters because they seem to be her type, fascinatingly enough. Now, I want to quickly update you guys on just a few things around the castle. So, first of all, who is this? I don't know who this is, but this is a commoner, but peasant. But we've been working on potions with Xiomara, so she is now a virtuoso. And look at this, guys. Look at the amount of potions we've made. So I have been off camera working on potions with her, and she has been making quite a few. They're all mixed in there, the banned and unbanned ones. Obviously, only she can dish out potions, and only the ones that have been approved by Eden, in secret, Guinevere, in brackets. But let's take a look at his spell book to see how many spells she's learned. Okay, she only has potions, sorry. She's only got 2 potions she needs to learn. The Immortality and Transcendent Trauma. I mean, yes, those are banned potions, but it's still good to have that knowledge in case, you know, the Queen ever needs it. So she's gonna learn those 2, and once that's complete, then she'll be able to select a branch of magic to get into and start learning. Yeah, so that's one of the things. And the other one was a little addition I made to the basement. So I realized belatedly that we did not have a room for the butler to sleep in. So I just made a little room on the opposite end of the pool. So this over here is the quaint butler's room. Just with a bed and, you know, a few belongings and things. So this is where our butler is going to sleep and rest. And I made this a couple episodes back, but I just kept forgetting to mention it, and it crossed my mind just then, so I figured that's what we'd do. But those are kind of all the little updates we have. When we come back, we're going to have our next breeding. Now, the reason why the Queen didn't chat to, you know, the next lady to breed that she wants to breed after Lagertha had her baby, which is kind of what we saw after the queen gave birth to Prince Rusty is because the queen is ready to get back on the saddle and try for a princess. So when we come back in the next episode, the queen is going to be trying for a princess. So fingers crossed we get lucky this time around. I mean, we have had 2 boys born, so I feel like that improves our chances of having a baby girl. So let me know who you think the queen should pair up with. I do think the queen has some ideas of her own, but it would be interesting to see if those ideas align with anything you guys have in mind. But I know I'm really excited about the next pairing. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.